Thank you. Under Chapter 32 of the agreement, it says that at least 3 months prior to commencing negotiations, Canada would notify the other parties, so the U.S. and Mexico, of its intention to commence free trade agreement negotiations with a non-market country, and that also no later than 30 days before a date of signature, we would forward the text of that agreement to our CUSMA partners. Given those provisions, is it not the case that as a matter of law, the U.S. and Mexican governments would have more right to information about a trade deal with China than the Parliament of Canada?
No, my view would be absolutely not.
Does the government have a legal requirement to share the text with Parliament 30 days prior to signing the agreement?
No, but we do that as a matter of course.
Does the government have a requirement to consult Parliament at least 3 months before beginning negotiations?
I can assure you that if we were to engage in any negotiations with a non-market economy under the obligations of this agreement, such as they are, we would certainly be providing Canadians and Canadian parliamentarians with all of that information long before we.
There's no legal requirement to do that.
There would be no question that that would be provided.
But there is no legal requirement to do that. Is that correct?
There is it's not set out in the same terms because the terms of this provision are very specific. But I can assure you that.
And these terms are legally binding. Is that correct?
These terms are legally binding.
But there are no legally binding terms requiring similar disclosure to Parliament. Am I wrong? What would be the name of the act that imposes that obligation on the government?
I'm not aware of any specific act, but
me neither.
But there would not be any scenario that I can imagine where we would give any foreign country our obligations in an agreement or the results from an agreement to a foreign country in advance of giving them to Canadians, including to Canadian parliaments.
So would it make sense to have similar legal provisions ensuring that that information is delivered to Parliament and to Canadians at the same time or prior to delivering it to a foreign government?
Well, I guess it's not certainly for us to say whether that needs to be a legal obligation or not. My only assurance I can give is that we would not be providing anything to a foreign entity prior to providing it to Canadians.